what's going on, y'all? Welcome in to a brand new episode of Snaps. Sorry we're a day late here. That is my fault. Yesterday, I was told that I needed to pick my son up from school, that he was sick. He actually wasn't sick, but whatever, that's not the point. The point is, thank you for bearing with us as I could not make it happen yesterday. So we're going to do a quick show today. Probably going to be a lot of nonsense. I just had a lot of fun. Be on the lookout for the new On 3 podcast, or not, whatever. I just sat down with Andy Staples and Ari Wasserman for about an hour. We had a very good time. Chopped up college football. I ranked my top 5 John Williams scores. So if you want to watch any of that, go check it out. Nice, I'm T-Bob Abear. He's Aaron Murray. And look at our fucking guy, Jarhead himself, fresh out of boot camp, high and tight fade. Aaron, you look like Tim Tebow.
I'm about to run the fastest 16 miles of my life tomorrow. I feel
tomorrow.
Sleek.
Wait, hold on. Switch
fast.
over to your microphone. Switch over to your microphone real quick.
Mother.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't
want to upset you.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, feeling smooth, sleek, cheetah.
Well, actually, maybe switching over your microphone was a bit of a disaster because now you're frozen and I can't hear you at all. Okay, no, you're good. You're good now. You're good. Talk. Say something.
You like my haircut. I know you like my haircut.
There, you sound great now.
I know you like the haircut.
I think you look very Florida. You have a blue sweater on, an orange undershirt, and one of the highest and tightest fades I could possibly imagine.
Is it more aggressive than usual?
Granted, to be fair, it's a good time to be Florida. I fucking hate it. Yeah. But like 3 basketball natties, 3 football natties, they have a baseball natty. They have one of the best. They're one of the best public schools in the country. Like, yep. I kind of fucking hate him.
I know.
But congrats to Florida. But I hate him. But congrats.
They have the number 1 quarterback in the SEC according to snaps. So a lot going well for the Florida Gators right now. So good time to be a chomp.
Wait, so Aaron, you are running your marathon tomorrow?
No. 16 miles tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
Marathon's not until June 1.
Whew. 16 miles, bro.
16 miles. It's 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
So how long does that take?
16 miles will take 2.5 hours, somewhere around there. 2.5 hours.
God.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, as hard as the physicality is there, how do you mentally?
You know what's crazy? We're training for this marathon.
Where do you go in your head?
I listen to books.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I listen to books. I listen to audiobooks. Great for the runs. That. So the race is June 1. You know, Sharon and I, now that we're models and whatnot, we have our naked pictures and shit. Our agent called us the other day, said, would you guys want to put in for this 14-day shoot in Europe for a cruise line? We were like, hell yeah, let's do it. So we submitted it. And then we went back and looked at the dates, and the dates would overlap with the marathon. So if we did get it, we wouldn't be able to do the marathon. We would obviously do another marathon another time.
I was going to say, you can run a marathon anytime.
Anytime.
Do a European modeling shoot anytime. Like the answer, the decision is made for you.
Oh, 100%. The decision is made for us. It's just funny. We've been literally grinding our asses off, and then now get this opportunity that it literally ends May 31st. The race is June 1st. But we would not get there in time, obviously. So,
well, what you've realized is that you've been grinding this opportunity actually to look good in a bathing suit on this cruise shoot. You know?
So if we get it, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But I'm saying, like, there's at least it's not wasted time.
No.
Like your marathon training is going hand in hand with your modeling training.
Yes.
It works out perfectly. That's great, dude. I'm happy for you. I hope you get it, dude. If you get it. Guys, so full disclosure on this show, this is the least prep snaps I've ever done here.
It's the most prepped I've ever done. Did you see
I know. I'm looking at the document right now.
I mean, look at this. Does this not look good to you? I mean, look at this run a show.
Continuing his Alabama fixation, it's a must-win season for Alabama and DeBoer with multiple notes and quotes underneath.
Yes.
Alabama quarterback battle with who the guy, again, multiple notes and quotes of these. Shane Beamer sounding off in the media. Ricky Collins, QB1 for Syracuse. Look at you, Aaron. That's impressive, man. Proud of you. Proud of you. I had some bullshit I wanted to talk about too, but I can't remember it anymore. So we can go ahead and dive into the show.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I think
I do have one thing. I do have one thing.
Go ahead.
So I'm covering my first UFL game this weekend.
Let's go.
I know. Watching tape of the UFL offensive line play.
Bad.
Ooh.
I mean, offensive line play in the NFL is bad.
Ooh.
You know?
The one team I'm watching. I'm not going to say which team it is. You have to guess. It's one of the two teams I'm covering this weekend. Of the amount of times they've pulled a guard or tackle, they're probably about a 15% hit ratio of them actually making a block after pulling.
15?
Yes. There's more times where they're falling on their fucking
counter
face.
and power?
Yeah,
No.
more times where they're falling on their face than they are making the right block.
How much are these guys making?
Oh, offensive line? Probably like 50.
Tough to want to put your body that. Now, if I was fresh out of college, I'd have dove head first into that.
Yeah.
Sure, for sure. But that is a lot to put your body through.
And we wonder why, for those who do watch the UFL, while the unders have hit like 90% of the time in these games.
Then again, it's like,
can't block,
okay,
you can't score.
You know why you don't make the NFL as an O-lineman? Because you're on the ground too much.
Yes.
Like that's how I knew I wasn't athletic enough, is because although I'd have some nice moments, I was just quite simply on the ground too much.
Yep.
And so I would have been bumbling and stumbling around up there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a lot of my games been taken away because I used to farm knockdowns where, you'd be blocking a guy, and 100% of the time, right before the whistle, I would dive at their knees. So I'd be locked in, and then I'd just go down and chop them because every time they hit the ground, you got a knockdown. I just farm knockdowns like a dirty bastard.
You are such a dirty little bastard.
Running out to the second level, cutting knees.
But I mean, that's the biggest thing in the NFL. I think we've talked about it before. If you cannot stand up, it's not just offensive line, it's every position.
Yeah.
If you do not know how to practice in a way in which you can keep your ass off from the ground, you will get cut. God,
such a bad feeling when you get off the ground. And it's like an effort thing a lot of times too, right? You're just trying super hard, but you still got to stay up.
Got to stay up.
You still got to stay
pressure
up.
on the QB.
Wait, Aaron, shout out to your Jewish heritage. Yesterday, 2 Division III baseball colleges, Lehman and Yeshiva, an Orthodox Hebrew university, played in the worst college baseball game of all time. Yeshiva had lost 99 games in a row entering the doubleheader. Lehman had lost 42 games in a row entering the doubleheader. And Yeshiva lost. I know so it combined 141 entering the doubleheader. Yeshiva lost game 1. They had a lead only to blow it at the end. They lost 7-6. But what did you know? Those Hebrews, you can't keep a good man down. They found their way to the promised land, winning game 2, 9-5, and breaking their 100-game losing streak.
Fucking A.
I mean,
you know what? We're used to wandering through the desert for 40 years.
Yep.
Just searching and finding our way.
Exactly.
90 game, 100-game losing streak's not a big deal. That's nothing.
No. That's nothing compared to 40 years, like you said.
It's
like, actually, I mean, even before the 40 years of wandering the desert, you're talking about what, hundreds of years in captivity?
Yeah, and slaves to Egypt.
Yeah, same thing. Shout out Scott Dice, $2 super chat. Scott said he's eating 24 tamales this morning. Have you ever had an actual tamale?
I feel like Scott does this at least once a week.
I know, because we talked about this before.
Yeah.
It's an absurd thing. His asshole's going to explode. He needs to be very careful. Anyway.
Speaking of assholes exploding, my dog, whenever she gets a stomach ache, for some reason, she loves to go to one of my neighbor's yards. And he's like, put up shit. And she'll just, in the middle of the night, she'll get 3 o'clock. She wakes up. So I let her out. She wanders for 10 minutes.
You have to let your dog out at 3 a.m.?
She's a little sensitive to stomach sometimes. She's a golden. Anyways, she loves to go to his house to take a shit.
No.
So this morning I get up, go out in the backyard, passive aggressive from him, throws over 5 bags of shit onto my yard.
So you're not waking up and trying to clean it up before he gets to it?
Well, I don't know if she necessarily goes to his. I can't see. Like, I let her out, and then I go piss. I lay on the couch and I wait for her to walk back into the house. So I don't know exactly where she's going.
As bad of a dad you are, you might be a worse neighbor. You cannot let your dog shit in your neighbor's yard. You just can't do it. Or if you do, you have to clean it up immediately. It has to be one of those shits where you're on a walk with the dog with a bag ready to go. I love that he threw 5 bags over the fence. Oh my God, dude.
Oh, I know.
Has little man recovered from the bad dadding? Did he give you the presentation at home?
He didn't say anything either. He wasn't pissed. He wasn't.
Oh, great.
Where were you? And we were all ready to like go take him for ice cream and like lay with him all night reading him books. He got in the car and just was like happy old Maddox, didn't say anything about it.
There you go, dude. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Let's go. I know. I got home and Sharon was like, "Have you talked to him about it?" I was like, "No," and he didn't bring it up. So let's just not talk.
Just don't say anything. It's all good. He doesn't even know he should be pissed at us. We're good. Sometimes life smiles on you. All right, let's get into some football here. So, Aaron, I'm going to let you lead the topics here since you actually researched them.
Oh, I appreciate that. All right, first topic here. I'm going to go with a little home for you. Ricky Collins named QB1 for Syracuse.
Yeah.
Dude is 4 for 7 in his career, taking over big shoes from Kyle McCord. I'm going to lean on you on this one. You know him better than I do.
I think it's weird, though, but I still don't know him well. I still don't know him well.
Is this a potential thing for him, or is this a Syracuse has no one in the waiting after Kyle McCord thing?
No, Ricky Collins I thought was pretty good. Again, like you have written here, former 4-star. He's got okay legs, probably above average athleticism. I wouldn't describe him as but he's not like a pure running quarterback. Yeah. I guess what makes it kind of tough to know is sometimes when LSU would go to the backup, it'd be Collins last year, and he did do well when he was in. But then in the biggest moments, they went to AJ Swan. And I don't know if that was like a trust and experience thing because Collins was so inexperienced. So if you could tell, I'm kind of reaching. I'm trying to give you some sort of insight since he was here, but
there's not much. There really isn't much though. I mean, 4 of 7 played in, I think 4 games. I mean, you have to rely on the fact that he was a 4-star and hope that there was some talent there, but you're in a brand new offense.
And anecdotally, I always heard good things. It's like anecdotally, I heard good things. There's no shame in losing a job to Garrett Nussmeier.
No.
Right? Like that makes a lot of sense. And I would say this, I trust Fran Brown. I do trust Fran Brown. Now, then again, Syracuse was trying to get in on a lot of the major quarterback portal targets, and they basically missed on every one. So it probably is also true that they kind of fell to Collins. But I think Ricky Collins could make a name for himself at Syracuse this year.
Well, it's a great offense. He does. A great offense. I'm just saying, at least Kyle McCord had a year of experience leading into that, understand what it means to be in a huddle. And then you look to week 1, Tennessee and Tim Banks week 1. That is an aggressive defense that will be licking their chops to go after an inexperienced quarterback. So it hurts me because, I'm a Syracuse boy. Go Cuse. it's going to be a big drop from how competitive they were a year ago.
But okay, so here's my question. Jackson Meeks is gone. That was their leading receiver last year. 78 catches, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. That's a lot to lose.
Did
Oronde Gadsden? What's that?
Didn't see the field for Georgia.
Oh, Meeks in it?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Ended up being pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Oronde Gadsden, did he go to the NFL? The junior tight end that's a giant?
I don't know. The tight end slash receiver.
Damn good as well. Yeah, 73 grabs, 934 through the air, 7 touchdowns. Trevor Pena was very good for them last year. 84 catches, 941, 9 touchdowns. Like if Pena and Gadsden are still there,
but I thought part of that had to do with Kyle McCord was also pretty damn special last year. Kyle had one bad game. He had one bad game versus Louisville, and other than that, he was rock solid. I mean, you're talking about a guy that's going to get drafted in the mid round. Somewhere in that 3rd, 4th, 5th round of the NFL draft. So,
yeah, Gadsden.
I love Fran Brown. I love his energy. I love what he's doing with Syracuse. It's just, year one, they hit a home run at the quarterback spot, and right now you can't feel good about the inexperience from Ricky Collins.
So it looks like Gadsden's gone. Maybe it looks like Pena's back. Here's the thing is that I think for Syracuse, it probably comes down to what's the expectation level. Are they expecting to be 9-3 or better again? Or would like an 8-4 year be considered very good?
I think an 8-4 would be great. I don't think an 8-4 is with the experience at the most important position. If you cut the touchdowns in half from Kyle McCord a year ago to what Ricky Collins could get in year one, say even he gets 20 touchdowns, which is a good year for a first-year quarterback. I mean, that's 3 more losses.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, again, it's I can't make a prediction on Ricky Collins. I do know this.
No.
I find Fran Brown to be incredibly likable. And I hope that he does very good at Syracuse. And I hope that Ricky Collins does very good after, sitting a couple of years at LSU and kind of trying to find his way. So, yeah.
Good luck to him. All right, next on the docket. I like being in control over here. Shane Beamer sounds off on the media. Media for our South Carolina comes out with their own first team, second team, third team from their observation during media time at the practices. Shane Beamer gets to the press conference and essentially goes off on them saying, don't fucking do that.
Why does Shane Beamer give a fuck? Also,
you know why? Because those kids are going to look at the first string, second string, third string, say, oh, I'm third string. Oh, there's a portal opening next week. Okay, I'm going to hit the portal. That's all.
That's dumb though, because doesn't the coaching staff clearly tell them where they are in the depth chart? Like you're telling me a guy's repping with the threes and then he reads online that he's a 3 and he's what the fuck? I'm a 3?
No,
what? I had no idea.
No, these coaches are playing the game of, I know you're going to be a 3. Maybe you're young. Maybe I anticipate you being a 2 or a 1 in years to come. But you obviously, as a player, want to play now. No. You have to play the game as a coach. But you move them around. You share them reps with 2s and the 1s. You give them a little taste every now and then. You have to keep them on the roster. Trust me, when I go to Georgia practices, the first thing that I'm told, don't fucking say anything about anything you saw at practice. Because they're so paranoid that kids are going to say, oh, Aaron said this about the quarterbacks and blah, 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 blah. He must know, so now I'm going to transfer.
It's so dumb because on multiple levels. Because that's all the media has to report on. You don't let them watch any of practice, so all they can say is who's lined up with the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. Secondly, again, the media didn't make it up. The motherfuckers they saw repping with the 3s are repping with the 3s. So get the fuck over it, kid. What are you dumb? And I think Beamer's full of shit here. Are these kids so dumb that it takes reading a report from a reporter to be like, oh my God, I'm actually a 3?
Yes.
You're telling me I've only been getting 4 reps of practice?
Yes.
And they don't think that I'm good?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
These coaches are selling pipe dreams, baby. They're selling dreams. Here's Beamer's quote. It's disappointing and frustrating for me when we're talking to our players. I've not used the word all spring, first group, second group, third group with our players. We've got an A group, B group, C group, and guys that might be redshirting this year are getting work with the A group. Let me finish. So it's troubling when an article comes out reporting here's the third team offensive guard when I'm telling the players we don't even have that because we don't. I try to give y'all access and make your job easy, but also just make sure we're smart with what we are reporting as well.
So what if the guy writes the fucking C team guard? He's good to go. The fuck are we? What's
no? He doesn't want to say anything.
About?
Just don't talk about teams.
I'm just saying this man sat there and got mad and been like, we don't have a first, second, and third team. We have an A, B, and a C.
I don't get the ABC thing. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Also,
I get why you have to be ultra sensitive in today's game, which is sad and it's stupid, but you have to be with kids making sure they feel loved from all angles. All angles.
I agree with Brad Bush here. He doesn't have to be a bitch about it. Just communicate well with your players. That's the thing. Just communicate with your players.
No.
The media reports should not weigh more with your players than what you're telling them.
There's an embarrassment factor when you've been telling mom and dad, hey, I've been getting some reps. And then your dad reads the article. Hey, son, why is it saying that you're the third string guy on this article over here?
It's C team, Dad. It's not third string. It's C team. No, you know what I say to that?
Your girlfriend,
get that fucking pussy off my roster. Get him out of here. You want to leave? You're a C team fucking nerd anyway. Hit the road. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Management T-Bob over here.
Oh, your dad? Your dad's upset you're repping with the C team? Well, hey, Pops, you're the reason why he's such a spoiled little bitch. Get the fuck out of here. God, that makes me angry. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Once again, I completely agree. I'm just letting you know why he is upset about it. That's it.
I think Beamer's upset because college football coaches are little petty kings, little tyrants who are control freaks, and they're obsessed with everything being exactly how they want it. And he was pissed off about something else because he knows the defense isn't going to be as good as last year. And now he's got crazy expectations when he knows he's not going to be as good. And he's taking it out on the easiest target possible, the media. That's what's really going on.
No.
Shane.
No, they're worried about the portal opening up in a week or two. Plain and simple.
Oh, look at this. I love this from Carl Pandon. My buddy has a red flag girlfriend that watches the pod because he introduced her to it. And now she says T-Bob and Aaron are hot. Cucked by snaps. Let's go, dude. And T-Bob and Aaron? Because we know the Aaron part. If I'm in there too.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Let's fucking go. Love it. Okay, before we get to our next topic, Aaron, we should shout out our brand new sponsor here on Snaps, and that is imagine this, guys, the Snaps Clothing Company. Let me get my website up here. And what does Snaps do? Guys, Pearl Snaps. How about it? Okay, bring in an old school style to the new era with new materials, new cuts. Right now, as you can see, I have one of my. I've been loving wearing them unbuttoned with an undershirt underneath. I love this little brown checker combo with the Chewbacca. But yeah, look, I'll show y'all the website here. But like a ton of great options for summer, for winter, also for game day. Check this out, guys. The Tailgater collection. A&M, TCU, Oklahoma, LSU, SMU, Alabama, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and plenty more on the way being added every single day. Short sleeve, long sleeve, light, heavy. Bottom line, you want a great gift idea, you want to buy yourself something, you go to snapsclothing.com, use the promo code SNAPSCFB, save you some money, let them know you came from here, and you're ready for game day, dude. How are your snaps treating you, Aaron?
Good. I actually may wear one this weekend to the game.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
These Ramblers are very light and breezy and wonderful. Again, I think my favorite collection here is the Landry's good. That's the short sleeve stuff. Is it the Heritage? Let me see.
Have you tried
Yeah,
the Traveler? Have you tried the Traveler yet?
I've not tried the Traveler. I'm kind of a Heritage normie here. I love this kind of old school Western vibe that these shirts give off. Also, the actual convenience of a pearl snap is great. Never have to worry about getting buttons ripped off or anything. Nope. Just pop, 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 rip them off. It's really great. So, again, guys, it's a great, easy way to support the show, support those who support us. Go to snapsclothing.com. Snaps CFB is the promo code. All right.
There we go. All right. The main topic of the day, because I have to leave in a couple minutes for a UFL meeting.
Let's go.
Kalen DeBoer, year 2. 3:30 Eastern, ESPN, Saturday. Check you out.
Check him out.
Kalen DeBoer, year 2. The pressure's on.
Yeah. I can feel you struggling to set up this topic. Where are we going with this? Okay, year 2, pressure's on. You're calling it a must win?
What's the bigger concern? Because I'm going to kind of combine the two topics here. Obviously, Alabama quarterback topic right now. Kind of seems like Ty Simpson's the guy.
Is that the word on the street?
That is the word on the street right now. Ty Simpson, the guy, kind of through this part of spring right now, is kind of not completely separated himself, but is the leader in the clubhouse, essentially going into summertime.
So don't you wish, though, in an all-important year like you're saying where Alabama has to make the playoffs, wouldn't you kind of hope that at this point there would be a clear guy?
No.
Okay.
I don't think you need to. Need to. I think for me, the more you keep feeling and seeing that Grubb is a part of this, obviously as the new OC back with Kalen DeBoer, the more I feel comfortable that Kalen can focus on what he needs to do. Because I think this is the big thing is Kalen got in here. We heard the talks early in the offseason about the fact that, maybe things weren't run as crisp and smooth as possible. Guys were late to things. And we're all like, what the hell? Like, you were late to a meeting at Alabama?
That's crazy.
DeBoer, I think he took over the best run program. You're like, then it should be so easy for him just to jump in there and do his thing. There was a lot of moving pieces at Alabama compared to Washington. That's true. The amount of people that you have to shake hands with, the things you have to deal with, being in the SEC, the pressures that brings, new faces, new people, new recruiting. There's a lot.
Well, and you're dealing with.
I think he can focus more on the big picture this year, where last year he was trying to get into the weeds of it a little bit more. So I'm getting
and he's got Grubb back with him, which I'm sure takes a lot up on the football side, and so he can be more big picture. Also, you got to think that Kalen DeBoer probably dealt with one of the most extreme cases of substitute teacher in educational history.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is when you have a sub, when the cat's away, the mice will play. All of a sudden, Nick Saban's gone, Kalen DeBoer's in, and Kalen DeBoer, just in coaching style, is a bit more like player friendly.
Nicer, way more relaxed.
And so, if you give him an inch, did they start taking a mile all of a sudden? Because suddenly the expectation of what was isn't what is. Like that's. I probably have not done a good enough job.
But he did come in with a pretty impressive resume. I don't think those guys were sitting in the locker room saying, Nick Saban's gone. All hell's about to break loose. You were bringing in a guy that was just in the national championship.
So I don't think it has to be that blatant. I think it can almost happen on a more subconscious level. Just a little bit of that fear is gone. A little bit of that fear of, what if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? And then maybe you miss a class here, you miss a class there.
Oh, yeah.
Show up too late to a workout. So, I think I guess all I want to highlight by saying all this is that I probably didn't do a good enough job of giving DeBoer credit for just how hard being that substitute teacher is and how hard that transition probably was. Because I just expected him, because I was such a head over heels DeBoer believer. I just expected him to go back to the going. Yeah.
We expected Nick Saban created this standard for everyone in the building, and that would not change. But at the end of the day, Kalen had to make it his own team. You have to make it your own rules. You have to recruit your own player, your type of player, your style of player, your personality of player as well. And all that kind of has to gel. Like the player that thrives under Nick Saban may not thrive under Kalen DeBoer, and then vice versa.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
It's
another thing that I didn't do a good job of
you're at
getting
the
credit
dance.
to.
You got to find the right tango partner. And maybe those guys weren't that guy last year. Maybe that quarterback necessarily wasn't the right guy either. TBD on that. I still am, based on what we're hearing about where Jalen can go, and I've said this before in the show, you're talking about a guy that's still going to be a first-round quarterback, second-round quarterback.
Jalen?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think he's going to go in the first round. They invited him to the draft, and the NFL has been very clear that they do not want another Will Levis situation, which some people are connecting the dots to say that the NFL has a pretty good idea that somebody's going to take Jalen first round.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they want another Jalen situation?
Another Will Levis situation? I don't know, because you're right. It seems like good TV, but I don't know. I mean,
like we always talk about that. We talk about Aaron Rodgers' situation during his draft. I mean, to me, it keeps people watching because you're kind of waiting for that person to get drafted.
Shedeur may run into a bit of Aaron Rodgers. We'll see.
Yeah.
If Shedeur gets past the Saints at 9, it's not till Pittsburgh at 21 that anybody would really make sense. And then after Pittsburgh, it's nobody.
That someone trades up. But yeah.
Again, though, but where's the incentive to trade up if you know these teams aren't taking him? You know what I'm saying?
Fear like someone else may trade. Fear someone. I mean, it's all politicking. Fear someone else may trade up.
But why would anybody? Yeah, I guess so. I guess you'd have to be doing some deep level misdirection to convince a team that somebody else is trying to trade up. So I don't know. Like maybe trading ahead of Pittsburgh or New Orleans makes sense if you think they're going to take Shedeur, but everything I've talked to says New Orleans isn't going to, which is kind of crazy. I'd love them to. It'd be awesome.
Clicked on this video because it looked like Forrest Gump, but it's just Aaron talking about football.
Shout out to my girl Bella.
It is very Forrest Gump. It is very Forrest Gump.
So Bella is what they call a lady clone. The clones are the big Jim Rome fans. And I don't know how I've never noticed this. She says, "Oh, hey, T-Bob and Adam Levine. How have I never noticed how much you look like Adam Levine?" Like, that's actually crazy.
It is.
I really do. Maroon 5 looking.
I like the haircut. When I picked up my daughter from school yesterday, literally as soon as she walked out the door, "Nice haircut, Dada." I was like, "Damn right."
I just am still scarred by Adam Levine face fucking me in that Super Bowl halftime performance. So why don't you complete the Adam Levine look? Go ahead and take your shirt off and just start humping the camera.
Quote from DeBoer: "Your relationships are deeper." Talking about year 2. You establish that harder edge because of the understanding of what we need to do to accomplish it. And now we have the experiences for the most part together, the staff and players. I
take that at face value. That makes a lot of sense.
I do too.
It makes a lot of sense. I don't know why. I was literally thinking about this in the shower the other day, but thinking about how I didn't give DeBoer, again, enough credit for it being year 1. The expectation was just so impossibly high. Like,
I also remember the year before Alabama, I know they made the playoffs, but it wasn't like this perfect, beautiful season either.
It ended very strong, but but there was a lot of bad that was forgotten about because of the.
They get ended strong because of a crazy play that they had versus Auburn, or they would not have been in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, ended strong in that they they win the SEC
record. Would they have been 9-3? Would they have been 9-3?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, after Gravedigger, they win the SEC championship, and then they take the eventual national champion to OT. Like, that's what I mean by ended strong. Like those last couple of games made you forget a lot of the, the South Florida struggles.
Yes.
I'm
just saying that, like, you have to, if you want to give him some credit of kind of keeping it together, it has not been a Alabama Nick Saban-esque couple of years leading up to him taking over. When's the last time Alabama won a national championship? I mean, I know it's crazy to say, like, when's the last time when they won so many during Nick Saban's era? But it wasn't like he was taking over a program that just been to multiple national championships that was dominating week in and week out. They kind of lost a little bit of that juice. They should have been 9-3 the year before.
That's true. That's actually true. Objectively, I think I don't think I can argue that. I was wrestling with it, but I think you make a good point. So this is all to say,
year 2 should be
kind
better.
of starting. Yeah, this is all to say that I'm kind of rubber banding back with Alabama, where now I'm like, oh shit. Actually, there were all these elements that I maybe didn't take into account when judging DeBoer last year. Maybe this year will be much better. For Alabama, though, it just all comes down to quarterback. Is Ty Simpson
receiver, quarterback?
Well, one's the extension of the other.
I thought the offense the entire offense was very average last year. Yeah. Milroe was average, great at times, majority, average.
Yeah.
Receivers were average besides the Ryan Williams. Offensive line was very hit or miss. I thought the running game was very hit or miss. They weren't dominant on that side of the football. They just weren't. So I don't think it's just a quarterback thing. I think they've had issues at receiver. You hope Ryan Williams continues to even get better and better now that he'll be a legit 18 years old. But yeah, it starts with the quarterback. If the quarterback's better, hopefully everyone else is better.
So we're feeling a little bullish on Kalen DeBoer. I remember they have in the lower half of in the toughness of schedule show that we did the other day, I think they're in the lower half as well. So yeah, I think like lower middle though.
Yeah.
So good for them. Anyway,
are you worried that Ty Simpson's going to be the guy?
I don't know enough. I don't know enough to offer anything that I would say is like a concrete take. I would just say that all the concerns that I've expressed before. Why wasn't he? If he's going to be some over the top good quarterback, why didn't he beat out Milroe? Why did he struggle when we saw him? But you have to allow for guys to get better, right? Yeah. And I've seen guys take extreme jumps, and so maybe types. Here's what I'd say: there's a lot of evidence that I think points to him being okay to good. He's going to have to prove me wrong and show that no, I've grown behind the scenes here in ways that you can't appreciate, and I can prove that I can be great.
We also saw him. I would say we also saw him being coached offensively by nowhere near what he's being coached by right now, too. So I think there was some juice left to be squeezed.
Yeah.
Hopefully for Alabama's sake.
And B. Smooth says, well, Milroe's about to be a first-round quarterback. So, I mean, true. But Alabama fans thought Jalen Milroe sucked.
He did not. He's getting drafted purely on his athleticism, not on tape, because the tape was not great last year.
Superhero. He can run.
He can run.
He's got a superpower. It's like Aaron tells you that's what you need.
I would take him.
Brad Bush, Milroe's is projected first rounder. In some ways, I guess you can't say they're consistent. In some ways,
I would say so. He'll get drafted in the top 50 picks in the NFL draft.
Yeah. Which again, maybe he knows that and he still wants to go and hang out. I don't know. Anyway, guys,
appreciate you guys.
Great show, Aaron. Look at you. Look at the show you planned. Look at our QB1. Hey, good luck on your 16 miles tomorrow. We're still good to record tomorrow. You're gonna be dead after that.
I gotta go to Athens.
Not recording tomorrow.
I have to go to Athens.
Okay, great. I'm glad we discussed this. All right, cool. So
see you next week.
Okay, so all the way next week. Okay, guys, that's it. That's it for Snaps this week. We love you. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. Again, ways you can help the show. Like it, sub to the channel if you're listening on pod, rate and review. We love you, and we'll see you next week for some more Snaps.
Have a great week.